Disability Rights North Carolina celebrates Black History Month 2020 by celebrating diversity and advocacy. We are voice. Voices. The sound produced in a person's larynx and uttered through the mouth as speech or song. Someone's voice is their opinion on a particular topic and what they say about it.
Hello, my name is Barbara Daniels with Disability Rights North Carolina, and I am a voice. I started my career with Disability Rights North Carolina about a year and a half ago as a representative payee investigator. Since that time, I've been learning a lot about the organization on a local and national level, as well as learning a great deal about the rights of individuals with disabilities. I feel I'm inspired to do this type of work because it's basically what I've been put on this earth to do. I've often told that I have a bleeding heart and realize I've always had this passion for giving to and helping people, since I was a young child. So I feel like I am where I need to be at this time in my life right here at Disability Rights North Carolina. What I'm proud of when I reflect on my journey in disability rights thus far are the few small victories, and they are small and they are few, where I've made a difference in someone's life. We come into contact with so many people who, for whatever reason, feel they do not have a voice of their own, or their voice is silenced for some reason. But when I look into their eyes, I can tell that they're glad that I'm there, that they're glad that I'm there to help them. And so for those individuals whose voices are silenced, then I have to be a voice for them. And that's something that makes me very proud to be a part of this work.
I'm Andy Anderson, and I am a voice. I'm an advocate for Disability Rights North Carolina. And the reason I do what I do is because I'm passionate for people. Ever since I was younger, man, I just wanted everybody to have the good things of life. I wanted them, but I was not satisfied unless everybody was having the good things of life. I came from a place of poverty in a little town called Whiteville, North Carolina, where I grew up and where I became deputy mayor of the same town, where I was on the wrong side of the tracks with the wrong last name, with a lot of things stacked against me. And I had a lot of people to advocate and to be advocates for me. So now I'm grown up and I get to advocate for somebody else so that they can get the good things of life. And so I think that also having diverse folks who are from diverse backgrounds and diverse experiences on this team makes a great big difference. When everybody brings their experiences and come-froms and they bring those to the table, that of course gives us a deeper empathy and I think a different power and also the diversity and strengths. So during Black History Month, but not only Black History Month, but every day of the week and every day of the year, it's a great time for us to get together and to ensure that people who are less fortunate sometimes or have had some tough breaks, that they get the good things of life. Yes, I'm Andy Anderson, and I am a voice.
What are you doing?
Man, what I'm trying to do, man, I'm trying to get these people some housing that are affected by Hurricane Florence and Matthew, because their recovery process has been so long. So on my desk today is I've got a family, a couple families that are homeless from Hurricane Matthew, and some are even from Florence. The current storm. So the recovery process for them has been so hard, and they just got up with our office, and so we're just trying to find them some permanent housing because we realize that housing is important to actually have a place called home. That's the first step of the recovery process.
So, man, that sounds tough. When you talk about mold, you talk about people already having all these issues and a disability, and they're just trying to get help now after the storms. Why do you do what you do?
Man, it's because I'm a person with a disability, and I understand that people with disabilities can have a very difficult time those are some added stressors to their recovery process, that they might miss a deadline or something like that, or they might not just be able to understand or read and write. Because I have a lot of people that we're dealing with that don't have cognitive ability to even understand the documentation and stuff. So putting it in a language that they can understand, and not only talk about their recovery, but we're also talking about them preparing for the future.
So tell me again, Who are you and what are you doing?
I am an advocate and a voice.
Hello, my name is Iris Peoples Green, and I am a supervising attorney with Disability Rights North Carolina. I am a voice. Growing up in poverty in rural Timminsville, South Carolina, motivated me to find a way out of poverty. As a teenager, I threatened to sue my grandparents for making me work in the tobacco fields during the hot summer months. My dad encouraged my five siblings and me to study hard and to get an education because an education was the only way out of poverty. I embraced that advice, and I went on to graduate from college and then went on to law school and graduated from law school to become the first attorney on both my paternal and maternal side of the family. Graduating from law school was not just a victory for me, but it was a victory for my relatives as well. Diversity representation matters in the workplace to me and matters in the work that I do because it gives the workplace a broader understanding of the client population that we serve at Disability Rights North Carolina, especially the people that we serve in marginalized populations. Diversity gives a far-reaching understanding of the world in which we live. It dilutes discrimination and it also promotes inclusivity. Many of my clients of color, they have shared with me on several occasions that because I am an African American attorney, that I am a beacon of hope for them. And so if you are a student and considering a career path, I would strongly encourage you to consider the legal career path so that you can be a beacon of hope to others as well. Okay, now what would be my work style translated into a Motown song? And I think the Motown song that best represents my work style is the song by the OJs entitled "Give the People What They Want." In that song, it talks about a time for things getting better. It talks about a time for telling the truth. It talks about a time of putting lies behind us and just speaking truth in all situations. It talks about freedom, justice, and equality. And it also talks about not having that freedom, justice, and equality just for me and you, but it talks about freedom, justice, and equality for the entire world. And so, as an attorney at Disability Rights North Carolina, I work for freedom, justice, equality, and I try to give my clients exactly what they want.
We are advocates, and we are voice.
And we are voice.
Hashtag disability rights in Black. Happy Black History Month.